Hey guys, this is Abigail at Movement and Massage again, and today I'm talking about hamstrings and a few additional ways that you might be able to stretch your hamstrings or relieve a Charley horse. I won't go over the basic stretches just because I'm sure you have been doing those with how active and how healthy you've been. General anatomy to get started of your hip area. This is what we would call the hip bone. It's broken down into the ilium, the top of the hip bone, the ischium, and then wrapping back in front is the pubis. This is a view from the back. This would be your sacrum in the dark blue and your coccyx, known as your tailbone, in the black. And this is another foramen, that's a hole. Your sciatic nerve can run down here in this notch. And there are some nerves that come out through these holes. Now here I've drawn the femur. This is the head, the distal end. This is where it would go into your hip joint, your socket. And then this is the tibia and the fibula, where they articulate at the knee. With the hamstrings, there are three main muscles we'll look at. The biceps femoris is split into two parts, a long and a short head, semimembranosus, semitendinosus. The membranosus I remember by being deeper because it's closer to, say, the deep membranes. Okay, so the membranosus is going to come off the ischial tuberosity and down to the outside of the femur. A lot of the muscle belly is right in here. And this is more connective tissue. With the semitendinosus, it comes off again, right from the ischial tuberosity, connecting in roughly the same place. Now the short head of the biceps femoris is, and it's called biceps because there are two of them here and it's on the femur. The short head is going to originate right in here on the bone itself and come down to that little bone, the fibula. The long head will come from the ischial tuberosity, again, right there what we call your sits bone, extend down through, and again attach to the same little bone, loop back up. And that will pretty much cover the short head. So when you stick your hands in here under your leg and feel in your hamstrings, move them back and forth, you'll feel that little ridge that will be in between the femoris and the tendinosus. Those are the two main muscles you're feeling right there. Your hamstring muscles will bring you into extension of that femur because they're pulling right here, right? And because you have some to the outside and inside that can both help rotate you out, rotate you in just slightly. Now if you have a roller, a foam roller, that'd be great. Something with notches or knobs on it gets in there a little bit more. When you're foam rolling and you find a really tender spot, it's really helpful, instead of going right on past, to pause on that area and just rock it. So that essentially activates that trigger point in there and helps it to re-educate and to allow it to slowly let go and re-lengthen in there. A lot of times too, that helps with the fascia we talk about, that connective tissue that is thixotropic. Thixotropic connective tissue, as in the fascia, means that it can change state. And so this is why sometimes a complaint will be, my leg hurts, but it feels better with exercise. So once it's warmed up, the fascia changes from more of a solid state to a liquid state. Doesn't mean it evaporates, but it means that it will go from something that is cold and stiff to something that is warm and pliable. So when we're getting in these muscles, we want to make sure that we're warming an area up. When you're warming up an area, You might just knead it. You might apply some friction. Okay, grab and knead. Those things are warming up the fascia. As you're feeling in your hamstrings, you can reach up under and just palpate, and that means feel for the little notch between those two muscles we talked about. So a good way to address a Charley horse, if you have one in your hamstring here, and really this applies to any muscle, is we have often been taught to extend the leg, lean forward, stretch it. A lot of times that muscle or a particular spot in that muscle fibers will be freaking out and spasming because they feel like they've been overstretched and they're trying to hold the world together. So in order to help calm that down, instead of stretching those fibers some more, we will reach in, put some pressure on that area, and contract the muscle. That means to bring the two ends closer together. Okay, so we'll reach in, say this area right here is spasming, I'm going to compress it with my fingers and bring my knee down, so I apply pressure, even bend the knee here, and that will contract that hamstring muscle. You can hold that for 5-10 seconds, extend, do it again, move your fingers around in circular motions, and a lot of times this will calm down a Charley horse faster than trying to stretch out that muscle. One thing that I like to use is a lacrosse ball. This allows me to get into some more trigger points. So rather than a flat, broad area, you can get right in on a specific area. So you can put this underneath in your hamstrings. You can put it on your ischial tuberosity area, on your sits bone, where we were talking about those hamstrings coming up to, and all three of them connect in that area. Give a compress, elevate yourself a little bit, and sink down and roll side to side, back and forth. Now I'll also use this lacrosse ball to go around that ischial tuberosity area, even where the hamstrings may attach, but the glute muscles will come down in that area, and so it helps relieve that whole hip area. You can also use it on your sided muscles that we didn't talk about, more in your IT band. Again, support yourself and roll up that IT band. Now this is if your wrist is strong enough to go on your side. Otherwise, you can lean down on your elbow to do that, making sure that you're only putting as much pressure on there as you're comfortable with. For really sore hamstrings, it may be enough. You can use a foam roller or you can use the lacrosse ball to go side to side, back and forth, like this. Now I find a tender spot right in here, and I start extending, pulling back, pushing forward, pulling back, and I'm going to pause right here and just pull my toes up towards me, hamstring stretch, and push forward again. Find another spot, pull my hamstrings while I'm keeping the pressure right there on that lacrosse ball. If you're using something small like this, it's also important to just, again, go with what you're feeling, because deep in here, you obviously have some of those veins too. So you want to make sure that you're not compressing too hard on any one little pinpoint spot. But if you get in here, you're circling on that spot, moving it around a little bit to ensure that there's still adequate blood flow in here. Again, thanks for joining me today. I hope these were helpful, and I hope you can get outside and enjoy the weather, enjoy your activity, and we'll see you next time.